Couchsurfing for me is a door, a gateway to a fantastic alternative way of traveling, which is much more authentic.
There's so many lovely people who are drawn to Couchsurfing, and it's really altruistic. It brings out the best in people.
Just think about the option of having friends all over.
So what is Couchsurfing? Couchsurfing.org advertises itself as the world's largest travel community, with 5.5 million couchsurfers on every continent. In its beginnings, in 2004, Couchsurfing was a non-profit organization started by Casey Fenton and Dan Hoffer in San Francisco to provide travelers and locals worldwide with social networking services and free hospitality exchange. In 2011, they became a benefit corporation, which is a class of corporation required by law to create general benefit for society as well as for shareholders. In discussing the site's ethos, I will explore how their new B Corp status, while it may not have been necessary for some members who believe wholeheartedly in the site's intrinsic altruism, does help to improve the trustworthiness of Couchsurfing, especially since their B Corp status comes with rigid standards of accountability. In this video, my main focus is to analyze the site's 4 safety features that the designers highlight: references, verification, vouching, and profiles, as well as the Friends feature, which I think is also an important safety feature. Their mission is to create inspiring experiences by building meaningful connections across cultures, which they hope will create an appreciation of diversity that will spread tolerance and create a global community. They say that we believe that it's our job to make exploration as easy and accessible as possible. They then say that to confront the obstacles of safety concerns, financial means, or simply a lack of information, they provide tools and guidance for the explorer. In this video, I will explore how Couchsurfing.org establishes an ethos of trust through various design and written elements. I will do this by examining the site's safety features and how they work, and a few examples of how the designers establish credibility or ethos. I will also look at several critical arguments and interview an actual user to see if the designers of the website have done all they can do to design a safe site for connecting with people outside of the internet.
So there's basically just a few features on the site. It's basically set up like a social networking site, but primarily focused on people meeting people, and so and getting to know people that you don't already know. And they've really honed in on, in my opinion, a really good way of doing that. So you have your own profile, but then they have this reference system where people can leave each other references, and then they also have a vouch system. And the way the vouchers work is you have to have been vouched for by other people who have been vouched for. So it started, I mean, you know, in the beginning, I don't know who were the initial legitimized voucher people, probably the people who started the website.
So, you've made a Couchsurfing profile, like Jesse has done here, and you've updated your information, making your couch available or maybe available, or just saying that you're free to hang out. Or you've sent some messages to people in the area who have couches that you want to visit. Now the thing to do is to leave a reference. This is an important tool of the website because it is the most detailed procedural aspect through which users can affect their experience. So these are all the questions they ask when you leave a reference, whether you have met them in person or not, how many days you either hosted, surfed, or traveled with them, and then very importantly you give them a positive, neutral, or negative reference, which a neutral just tells people that maybe you didn't jive well with this person, while a negative reference says that there's actually something to watch out for with them. And then you are required to provide a detailed, non-emotional description of your experience with this person. Here's a good place to analyze the designer's pathos and ethos through written elements. If you look up, "Should I leave a negative reference?" under the frequently asked questions section on the safety page, you will see that they spend several paragraphs using very charged emotional language to persuade you not to leave a negative reference. I find this very curious. If I'm to use this site, I want to know that they will take my references seriously, and that if I need to leave a negative reference, that I won't be looked down upon in the Couchsurfing community. Actually, according to Jesse, negative references are a serious black mark on your record. However, they conclude their statement on leaving negative references by saying that all members will be able to see both accounts of the story. This is another example of how they utilize procedural elements to standardize information, making it more accessible to everyone, which I think is ultimately safer. This feature is both procedural and participatory. You have the option of paying $25, which prompts them to send you a postcard to your house to verify your identity and location. After which, once you send one back, you get a stamp of approval represented by the insignia of 4 arms holding each other. It's also definitely participatory, because the medium-user relationship is taken outside of the digital realm. Next, I'll briefly look at how profiles work. They're like a public records area that stores all of your history. When you joined Couchsurfing, your bio, a laundry list of musical, artistic, and literary tastes, as well as information about your couch. This is a good use of the encyclopedic affordance. They have streamlined the site in recent years to incorporate icons. These form a key for navigating someone's information. Just like in real life, you can gather an image of a person in the first few seconds of looking at their profile. Lastly, when you make a friend request, the process is similar to leaving someone a reference, only a little more in depth. So first you answer if you've met this person and when, and if they are an acquaintance or your best friend. You also answer through what medium you met them through, whether you hosted or surfed or traveled with them, and when. There's the year and the month. The next section is anonymous. Your responses won't be visible on the website. Here you basically answer how well you know the person, from not well to couldn't know any better. And then you rate your degree of trust with this person, from not at all to I'd trust them with my life. Lastly, they incorporate the reference form, which you've already seen. So now that I have analyzed the site's safety features and ethos and determined that I consider it a safe way to meet people outside of the internet, as a special bonus for this video, I will show you guys me making my couch available so that I can work on building my own ethos. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.